Hey guys, this is Mandy from Exploring Spirituality. I just started this channel to kind of share my experiences along my own spiritual journey and kind of talk to you about, some of the things you might expect along your path, and share kind of some of the things that I've learned along the way. I'm still relatively in the beginning of my spiritual journey, so things are still very new to me. So learning all of this with you is kind of the premise behind my channel. So today I wanted to talk to you about how it's not all sunshine and rainbows as some people would like you to believe. In fact, there's a lot of challenges that arise because the universe will put things in your path to teach you a lesson. And this happens throughout your entire life, not just when you're becoming more awakened, but it happens a little bit more frequently once you start on this journey. At least that's what I found. At first, I thought it was amazing. I was just like kind of on a high of everything, but it happens like right after a major life event. Like something traumatic has, happened to you. And that kind of throws you into your spiritual journey, which can be jarring. Like for me, it was my divorce to my husband, who I was married for 7 years. And it kind of was a slap in the face. It just like happened out of nowhere. It wasn't something I was expecting. I wasn't the person that left. But it just kind of threw me into a situation of like, what do I do now? Where do I go from here? What do I do? And the universe answered, basically. And it took me down this whole rabbit hole of finding people who are spiritually guided and who have brought me into this new path. But like I said, it's not all sunshine and rainbows. At first, you're like, oh my gosh, like, you're coming into all this clarity and you're like, oh my god, everything's so cool and this is like way bigger than me and there's like all this stuff going on, and you just kind of like get overwhelmed with it, but it's so cool and exciting, and you're like, and you look up all these YouTube videos like mine and tarot readers and people who really know their shit. I'm not one of those people. I don't really know my shit. I'm just getting started and I'm sharing my experiences with you. But I came to meet all of these people, and a lot of them were just like organically. They just like showed up out of the blue in my life, and then it created this whole different way of looking at life and manifesting things, and your thoughts create your reality and all this stuff. Like, it's just a lot of information. And I just want to let people know who are especially just starting out like I am, like, you're not alone in this. Like, it's a lot to take in, and it's scary, and it's like tower moment after tower moment. And if you don't know what that is, if you watch tarot or you follow tarot readers, and I'm getting into tarot, that's like one of the things that I feel called to do, is read tarot. So I'm learning. I'm in the process of doing that. right now. And it's scary and it's intimidating because there's a lot of cards and they all have all these different meanings. But I got my cards read and I've been like hooked on it ever since, and I just love it. So, but if you didn't know, the Tower card in a tarot deck is like a major life event. Like the tower feels like it's crumbling. So it's like something that's kind of hard to go through, but you need to do it to learn the lesson so that you can start a new cycle. And so in the beginning, you're kind of given all these situations that create the tower moments to get you to where you're supposed to be. And it can be hard. Like, it can be really hard. Like, this last year has been a hard one for me. Like, really hard. Like, because January, my husband asked for the divorce. I got into a new relationship, like, during the summer. We finally got divorced in October. And then I recently broke up with my boyfriend for personal reasons, but that caused a lot of hardship that I've had to overcome. And it's taught me a lot of things, like my self-worth and knowing that I don't need to rely on other people for my own happiness. That I create my own happiness, that you create your own happiness. It's nobody else's responsibility but your own and your mindset and how you manifest things, because the more positive you are, the more positivity you bring into your life. And that's something that was a really hard pill for me to swallow, because I'm a Capricorn and I'm a control freak, and letting go of that and letting the universe take over was probably one of the hardest things I've ever had to do in my life, is just let go of control, let go, and see where things go. And that's also kind of what I'm doing with this channel. I felt called to make this channel and to share my experiences with you. I have no idea where that's going to go, where that's going to lead me. And if it leads me nowhere, then that's, hey, that's fine. I'm just being a silly person talking to myself on the internet, which there's plenty of them, so I can join the party. But if not, and I, get a good following of people who enjoy my content and who want to listen to me and who want to follow me on this journey and learn new things along with me, then welcome. Subscribe, like, share. I know this video is kind of rambling, but I felt kind of that I needed to introduce myself and tell you more about what this channel is going to be. And it's kind of going to be a mismatch of content, but all under the spiritual umbrella. So we'll talk about tarot. I might somewhere down the road start doing readings for astrological signs, but like I said, I'm still learning and I'm not quite comfortable doing that yet. I do it for friends and I'm pretty good with them, but I'm still learning the deck. But that's something that I do plan on doing. And another thing that we'll talk about is manifestation and how to do that, and the many different ways of manifesting things, because there's so many, and some of them include witchcraft, which is kind of neat and scary for some, but I don't really think there's any reason to be afraid of that, as long as you're using it for the right reasons and in the right context. There's just so much out there, And then there's astrology, and we can get into that. It's a lot to take in, you know? And then there's the numerology and the seeing 11/11s and all this other crazy stuff. It's so interesting and exciting, but it's also scary because, like I said, there's a lot of shit that happens along the way, and I'm not afraid to tell you my experiences and the lessons I've had to learn, and it's just starting, so there's gonna be more of them. So if you want to be along for the ride, hit that subscribe button, like, share, and I look forward to making more videos and sharing more content with you guys. I'm planning about making 2 videos a week, so if you enjoy this, stick around.